Hello friends, dear learners and my dear student. First of all, I take an opportunity to welcome you at my DYBSc Analytical Chemistry class. I am Dr. S.R. Labde, working as Associate Professor in Chemistry at KTJ College, Nasik. Student, from previous lecture we are discussing about the instrumentation of flame atomic absorption spectrophotometry. Under this study, we already discussed the radiation source employed in atomic absorption spectrophotometry. Flame atomic absorption, flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer is an instrument that measures the absorbance of gaseous atomic species present in flame via measuring the decrease in radiant power of their own resonance line or wavelength. Flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer is an instrument that measures the absorbance of gaseous atomic species present in the flame via measuring decrease in radiant power of their own resonance wavelength. For this purpose, we require first one is a radiation source. In flame atomic absorption spectrophotometry, radiation source is also called as excitation source, because here in flame sample is only atomized but it is not excited by the thermal energy. Therefore, to excite this atom, the resonance line is provided by the source or radiant energy is provided by the source, and therefore we know that additional radiation source is required in the instrument of the flame emission spectroscopy. Therefore, here there are two types of radiation source. Number one is a continuum source. That is a xenon arc lamp. Continuum source in atomic absorption spectrophotometry is a xenon arc lamp. Yesterday we discussed its construction and working, as well as the wavelength which are emitted by the xenon arc lamp. This is a continuum source that emits radiation from 200 to 700 nanometer. And this xenon arc lamp or continuum source in atomic absorption spectroscopy is useful for qualitative analysis or identification of atomic species present in the flame. Therefore, here when atomic species are irradiated with a continuum source having wavelength from 200 to 700 nanometer, a specific wavelength is absorbed by the atomic species present in the flame, that is its identity. And therefore, here continuum source is used for a identification of atomic species. But for quantitative purpose, here a atomic quantitative analysis by atomic absorption spectroscopy, the radiations which are given by line source that are more specific, and therefore we can estimate a particular analyte in presence of other, and therefore line source is constructed from the analyte element. Therefore second source is called as line source and it is known as halocathode lamp. Halocathode lamp in atomic absorption spectrophotometry, halocathode lamp is constructed from the analyte element. That is, cathode is fabricated by using analyte element, and therefore in halocathode lamp we obtain emission lining of the analyte element. Therefore only we obtain the emission line of the analyte element, and those are only suitable for the excitation of analyte present in the flame. And therefore here the resonance line of that analyte element are not absorbed by other interfering ion present in the flame. And therefore here it is a more selective technique for analysis of many metal ions using their own halocathode lamp. In an instrumental part, we already discussed the radiation source as well as the types of radiation source used in atomic absorption spectrophotometry. That is continuum source, xenon arc lamp and line source constructed from a analyte element, that is halocathode lamp. Student, the next component of the instrumentation of flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer is a nebulizer and burner system. This is called as atomizer. Therefore, whatever atomizers we are studying in flame atomic emission spectroscopy, all those atomizers are used in flame atomic absorption spectroscopy. The first one is first atomizer is a integral atomizer. In integral atomizer, total sample solution is atomized in the flame, and therefore here it is called as integral atomizer. The most important disadvantage of integral atomizer is that it decreases the flame temperature, and therefore a atomization process of that analyte is not 100% completed. Therefore only fraction of atomic species are generated because temperature of the flame is 8 degrees. Here atomization process is carried out by thermal temperature, and that is provided by thermal energy that is provided by the flame. Therefore here integral atomizer is replaced by premix atomizer. Premix atomizer, it is also called as laminar flow burner. In this case, a part of sample that is atomized, and due to this flame temperature is maintained to a high value, so that atomization process of the analyte is quantitatively completed, and here efficiency of the atomization process is more. Therefore in laminar flow or in premix burner, a fraction of sample is atomized that maintain the flame temperature to higher value. Next component, that is and here flame that act as a sample set. Similar to flame atomic emission spectroscopy, in flame atomic absorption spectroscopy, the sample cell is flame. Here sample that atomizes the sample in flame, similar to atomic emission spectroscopy. In atomic absorption spectroscopy, sample cell is a flame. Flame that act as a sample cell as well as it converts the sample into gaseous state atoms and holds that sample for a sufficient time so that those samples are those gaseous atoms are undergo the excitation by the radiant energy provided by the source. And therefore here flame itself act as a sample cell and it is an atomizer in flame atomic absorption spectrophotometry. Next component is a number 4, that is a monochromata. Monochromator, the monochromator in flame atomic absorption spectroscopy is a diffracting grating because the absorption line of the analyte element or metallic species have bandwidth about 0.05 angstrom unit to 0.1 angstrom unit, and therefore here to isolate or to identify this narrow bandwidth line which is get absorbed by the analyte species, a highly advanced monochromatic system is required. Therefore, diffracting grating with more grooves, that is used as a monochromator in atomic absorption spectrophotometry, so that it can isolate a narrow bandpass wavelength whose bandwidth is about 0.05 nanometer to 0.1 nanometer. Next component of the flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer is a photodetector. The function of this detector is to convert the radiant energy into electrical energy and feeds that signal to the recorder. Therefore, here a resonance line which is given from the halocathode lamp that have a very big intensity, and therefore very big intensity of the resonance line that can be detected by using a photomultiplier tube. The photomultiplier tube is commonly the most sensitive detector used in atomic absorption spectrophotometry. Whatever the signal or photocurrent generated by this photodetector is feeds to the next component that is called as a recorder. In flame atomic absorption spectroscopy, recorder is an electrical circuit that measures the photocurrent in terms of a transmittance and converts that signal into absorbance. Therefore, recording system records the photocurrent supplied by the detector, and it is maintained to obtain a value of transmittance, and by using a simple logarithmic function it can be easily converted into a absorbance. Therefore, in atomic absorption spectroscopy, instrument measures the transmittance of the atomic species, and by using a logarithmic function this transmittance is converted into absorbance, and absorbance is directly proportional to the number of atomic species that undergo electronic excitation via absorbing the resonance line. Student, now we discuss how atomic absorption spectrophotometer measures the absorbance of the gaseous atomic species present in the flame. Now here, first of all, we draw the schematic representation of the flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer, and after that we can discuss the working of this instrument. Student, this is a schematic representation of flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer. As we discussed here, there is a radiation source. Radiation source consisting of hollow cathode lamp. The cathode is made up of analyte element which is present in the flame. This is a tungsten anode. Here we already discussed the working of this hollow cathode lamp, and it emits a resonance line which is given on the atoms which are present in the flame for their electronic excitation, and decrease in radiant power is measured by this monochromatic antidetector system. This is a schematic representation of flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer. Students, now we discuss how this instrument works. Therefore, here in flame atomic absorption spectroscopy, we are measuring the absorbance of gaseous metal atoms present in the flame in terms of the degrees in radiant power of the resonance line. The resonance line is generated in hollow cathode lamp, and that is given onto the flame. Therefore, here when a resonance line generated in hollow cathode lamp and provided to the ground state gaseous atoms, these atoms easily absorbs these resonance line and undergo the electronic transition. Therefore, here resonance line generated in hollow cathode lamp, when it is falls on the flame containing gaseous atoms, this resonance line is easily absorbed by this analyte element because it is its own resonance wavelength, and therefore here the intensity of this resonance line should get decreased. Therefore, as a result, the intensity of the resonance line must get decreased. But practically the intensity of the resonance line is getting increased. That means here, when this resonance line falls on the flame containing gaseous metal atom, part of this resonance line is absorbed by the flame or a gaseous atom in the flame, then radiant power must get decreased. found to be less than P0 and transmittance is the ratio of P upon P0 means it is a less than 1. That means a fraction. Therefore, transmittance should be fraction, but practically it is observed that the P0 found to be less than P. That is, intensity is get increased rather than it should be get decreased, and therefore this is a potential error in the absorbance measurement. Therefore, the absorbance measurement is not possible because transmitter's value is get increased. So, the transmitter's value is found to be more than 1 and it is difficult to measure the absorbance. Why the intensity of this radiant power which is coming out from the flame is get increased? This will be explained on the basis of here when resonance line generated in halo cathode lamp given on the flame containing similar types of analyte species. That means whatever the resonance line generated in halo cathode lamp, exactly that resonance line is required for analyte element to undergo their excitation. Therefore, here in halo cathode lamp, a analyte element is converted into gaseous state and it is given in excited state. Therefore, ground state, excited state. Suppose for example here we have to determine nickel. Therefore, we have to prepare nickel halo cathode lamp in which nickel undergo electronic transition from a ground state level to first or second excited state level or third excited state level, but emission of this line is cut by using a slit, and therefore only the radiations which are generated because of the resonance line that are given into the flame. Flame also contain a nickel atom and those are in gaseous state. Therefore, nickel in flame that easily absorbs this resonance line for the electronic excitation. When this electronic excitation takes place, in this case, the radiant power should get decreased. Therefore, here P should found to be less than P0. But when these excited state species come back to ground state level, that happens emits a radiation. And therefore, P and here PE, because of this, the radiant power is get increased. P means unabsorbed radiation from the halo cathode lamp, and PE means a radiation emitted by the atoms present in the flame, and therefore intensity of the resonance line is get increased, and therefore it is difficult how to measure the absorbance of the atomic species. To overcome this difficulty, therefore, for measurement of absorbance in flame atomic absorption spectroscopy, it is necessary to distinguish the radiation from the halo cathode lamp and radiation from the flame. Therefore, here as intensity is increased, Therefore, we have to differentiate intensity which is unabsorbed by the atomic species but it is given by halocathode lamp, and intensity of resonance line that is emitted by the analyte element. Therefore, for measurement of absorbance in atomic absorption spectroscopy, it is necessary to distinguish the radiation from the halocathode lamp and radiation from the flame. Therefore, here because when a resonance line absorbed by the gaseous atom, resonance line absorbed by gaseous atom, those undergo electronic transition, and this excited state have short lifetime when come back to ground state level emits similar radiation. Because whatever the event occurring in halocathode lamp, exactly same event occurs in the flame. Therefore, here in halocathode lamp, resonance line is generated. Same resonance line is absorbed by the analyte species present in the flame, and same resonance line is emitted when analyte atom in the flame undergo de-excitation. And due to this, the intensity of the resonance line is increased. That means the event occurs in halocathode lamp exactly same event occurs in flame. And the emission of a resonance line from the flame are not removed because it is continuously emitted during the de-excitation of atomic species, and this act as an error in absorbance measurement. Therefore, to nullify this effect, this analyte emission, the effect of analyte emission is removed by modulating the radiation source. It is done by fluctuating the emission intensity of halocathode lamp or resonance line of halocathode lamp at a constant frequency, and it it is done by adding a modulation can be done. Modulation can be done by interposing a motor driven circular chopper between flame and halo cathode lamp. The chopper rotate with a constant speed. Movement of the metal chopper is removed so that radiation passes through halo cathode lamp for a half of time and reflected for a half of time. That means here a circular wheel that is interposed between the flame and halo cathode lamp. Some metallic part of this material is removed. When this wheel is rotating with a constant speed, then during this detector receives an alternating signal. During this detector receives an alternating signal from halo cathode lamp and continuous signal from the flame, and converts these signal into a respective photocurrent. Therefore, when radiations are cut by the chopper, then intensity of radiation is get decreased. When radiations are allowed from the chopper, then intensity of radiation is get increased. Then when radiations are cut off, then only detector receives the radiation from the flame. When radiations are allowed by the chopper, then detector receives unabsorbed radiation from the flame plus continuous unabsorbed radiation from the halo cathode lamp and continuous radiation from the flame. Then a alternating signal is obtained on a recorder. Therefore, this is a recorder. Here signal is recorded as a function of time. This is a photocurrent when radiations are given by the flame, and this is a output or photocurrent, that is a radiation given by unabsorbed unabsorbed radiation, unabsorbed radiation from halocathode lamp plus continuous radiation from the flame. Then this signal is obtained, and when radiations are cut by the halocathode lamp, then detector receives only the signal corresponding to radiation given by the flame. Therefore, an alternating current is recorded, and in this case simple electronic circuit that removes the emission from the electronic circuit removes the emission from the flame and generate signal of transmitters and then absorbers. In this case, when radiations are allowed from the halocathode lamp by the chopper, then detector receives two types of intensity: types of radiation from halocathode lamp and continuous radiation from the flame. Then photocurrent is get increased. When radiations are cut by the chopper from halocathode lamp, then only flame radiations are received by the detector, and both photocurrents are recorded, and a subtraction of this photocurrent is carried out, that is unabsorbed radiation from halocathode lamp plus radiation from the flame minus radiation from the flame is equal to unabsorbed radiation from the halocathode lamp. And in this way it is easy to determine the transmitters in atomic absorption spectrophotometry. So during absorbance measurement by flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer, initially a photocurrent P0 is recorded by aspirating a blank solution. For measurement of absorbance of atomic species, initially a blank solution is aspirated. Blank solution means a solvent does not containing analyte element, and a photocurrent P0 is recorded. When then sample solution is aspirated. As blank does not contain as the blank solution does not contain analyte, detector receives all the radiations from halocathode lamp. When sample solution is aspirated, then detector produces photocurrent P by modulating the radiation source, which is described as earlier radiation source. Then instrument measures the transmitters, that is equal to P upon P0. Therefore here T is equal to P upon P0 is equal to here photocurrent generated during aspiration of sample via modulating the source, and here a photocurrent generated during aspiration of Planck. Then here T can be determined as T is equal to intensity, that is unabsorbed intensity from halo cathode lamp plus intensity from flame minus intensity of flame divided by, this is minus, divided by the intensity of halo cathode lamp when blank is aspirated. That means when sample is aspirated, detector receives unabsorbed radiation from halo cathode lamp plus radiation from the flame, and when we modulate the source, the intensity from the flame is eliminated from this total radiation. Then we have T is equal to, here T is equal to unabsorbed radiation from halo cathode lamp, and here initial intensity of halo cathode lamp, and then we have here T is equal to P upon P0, and then A can be easily determined as a minus log T, that is minus log of P upon P0. In this way, the absorbance measurement is carried out in flame atomic absorption spectrophotometry. Student, with today's discussion, you can find out the answers of following question. Number 1 is draw the schematic diagram and explain. Draw schematic diagram and explain in brief instrumentation of flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer. Second question, draw schematic diagram and explain working of flame atomic absorption spectrophotometer in absorbance measurement. measurement. Student, with our today's discussion, you can find out the answers of this question. With this, we stop here. Thanks for joining me. Wish you all the best. Keep learning. Happy learning.